10 years ago that my Kundalini arose. It started on the 12th of the 12th, or just the week before the winter solstice 2012, the date that the Mayans said everything was going to change. And I can tell you it certainly changed for me. And all that energy going through my brain, one, it was like LSD, which I'd had a hard time on as a child. I had to get out of that whole area because I thought I would go mad, and was half nutty anyway. So I was scared to go back into that feeling, but you've got no choice when your Kundalini arises. And for the last 10 years, I've just got used to that going through and watching the mind unravel. Rather than being the mind, watching all of the different facets of the mind like a wheel. And it's not a comfortable ride watching your intellect. It's not like watching thoughts, it's the mechanics of it and the qualities of it going through. And to a lot of extent, I have pushed that experience away just to lead some kind of almost normal life. And this week, I kind of realized that I'd just come to a place where that was, I'd got used to it and it was just pleasurable now. And I found that I could let myself drop into the energies more strongly, let the Kundalini be more strong. And it was a bit this feeling of being on LSD, or this feeling of the mind unraveling as I just let the full charge of the energies go through. But it was kind of fleeting. And it just instantly, or not instantly, fairly quickly went on to a level that was there when it first started, but I just pushed it away because I felt that I would die. And that's just this bright, all-consuming light. And it feels like you can't stay in your body and have that light. It does feel like you're going to pass over to the other side, or there's little to stop you moving over to the other side and not coming back. Whether that's imagination or true, I don't know, but that is the feeling of it. There is a feeling, well, I'd like to live a bit longer actually, because there's a few things that I feel are unfinished in my life. But just to, rather than worrying about, okay, if I die, I die. But it was interesting to let that energy come through. And it feels that on an energetic level, I've moved onto a new level this week, and rather than watching the mind unraveling, I'm just watching this bright light move through my brain and my nervous system. And it does feel like, well, I might not be here for very long when doing that. It's a bit like the universe is keeping you here or something. It's like, but it feels deeply, deeply healing. And it feels like it gets into the cells. It really gets into the thyroid, different areas of my body that feel a lot of tiredness. The bright light travels through them and really feels like it's just killing diseases and pathogens. And it's an energy that is there for everybody, but you do operate in a different way. So I feel like I've moved into a different mode this week. I mean, I haven't had much of a social life for the last 10 years. I haven't had any, because you end up by yourself just watching this energy moving through, and it's even more so now. I kind of got even more sensitive to stuff, but that is my own particular journey. But it's quite nice to be able to mention that, and in mentioning it, it kind of gives me the ability to let that come through in the webinar per se. Just talking about it allows me to have that energy, so that may make a difference with what we're working with. Now, I'm not saying I'm enlightened or anything like that. You know, I still get angry and all sorts of stuff and frustrated with things, probably more so than most people, and I never actually want to present myself as being any further forwards than anyone else, because in lots of ways I don't think I am. I mean, it feels more like an accident than spiritual progression to me. You know, ruin your life, never get a social life again, feel like you've gone half insane. But there we go. That is what's happening at the minute, and I'm allowing it.